Oh, there are some secrets that are going to come out at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Taurus, indeed. And I'm talking about the week in between the 17th and the 23rd of October 2022. At the beginning of this week, there are some secrets that are indeed going to come out. The secrets that are going to come out are going to bring so much clarity into your life at this moment in time, but it's also, most importantly, it's going to confirm so many things that have been on your mind quite a lot lately, and there were certain things that were on your mind quite a lot lately that if you said these things to some other people, they would say that something is wrong with you. Oh my god, like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh no, 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 baby, no. But in fact, you were absolutely right all along. So it's about your point being proven to you at the same time, my gorgeous Torini. This is going to make you feel so much better, so good about yourself, but it's also going to make you aware of how intuitive you are, how powerful you are, and how strong you are, how psychic you are, and the importance of the following your own voice within. It doesn't really matter, my gorgeous Torini. I need you to understand. I said this several times. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter, the way you live your life. You live your life and you do things that you want to do, that make sense, the things that make sense to you. And that's your spiritual journey. That's how you make the most out of this life. This life is so short. It's ridiculously short. I said this many, many times. So you have to live your life, not somebody else's. Okay, so basically what I want you to understand here is that it's all about you becoming aware of the secrets that are about to come out, and it's not only that this is going to be such a fantastic confirmation that you are going to have, but at the same time this is going to make you feel like the secrets that are gonna come out, what I said is like a lot to do with almost like not being able to believe that this is the truth, not being able to believe that this is like kind of happening type of thing. But at the same time, as I said, you knew this all along. It's about confirmation when it comes to you more than anything else. And when you become aware of the secrets that are going to actually come out, at the same time, that is gonna make you feel like instantly, you know what, I had enough. I'm about to put my gorgeous foot down. I had enough. I'm about to put my foot down. So it's a lot about being direct at that moment in time. It's a lot about your own bold leadership at that moment in time, taking something on, because you are going to make a really important decision. This is going to make such an impact on your life that you are going to become very decisive here. Indeed, you will. This is going to motivate you so much. But at the same time, you need to understand that you are becoming very strong. You are becoming very powerful. And you're not only motivating yourself, but you're also motivating others with what you're doing right now, with what you're planning to do, with what you're focusing on, because this is all you're gonna boil towards a clear direction. Do you see how things are gonna work? So it's not only about certain secrets are going to come out, blah, blah, blah. No, baby, no. It's all going to boil down towards you having a clear and strong and powerful direction. And this is what I was going to explain to you. It's about your life to live the way you want to live, the way you feel like you should live your life. This is important because it's all about you feeling things really intuitively. But at the same time, it's to do with your spiritual journey. When you have your spiritual soul, when your soul is calling you, when your spirit is calling you, you must follow this no matter what. And it's also pretty much so connected to do with a specific part of your life being slowed down. And now you're just going to realize, what, it seems like and it looks like it's been slowed down for absolutely nothing. But it doesn't really matter. You're getting to this stage of your life, to this point of your life, and that's important. And also what I said said, when it comes to following your spirit and doing things that you want to do in this life, I'm not saying that you're doing things that other people are telling you to do, but I really hope you understand me. But it's sometimes, if we are going through something very specific in life and we want to respond in our own way, that's what you should do. And if 10,000 people are doing one thing and you do something completely different, that's fine. If you feel like it, go for it. It's your spirit, your soul. If you're different, you're different. Just go for it. That's part of your spirit. That's part of your spiritual purpose. This is exactly what you should be doing. So this is exactly what's happening right now. So the clear direction is going to become absolutely obvious. And this in itself is going to make you feel extremely ambitious and driven to carry on with a specific part of your life that you've been like kind of working on now, but now you're going to be able to do things in your own way. Now you're going to be able to go that little bit further, that little bit forward, because this is the energy that is going to be created. So it's going to push you like a pretty much, so a couple of days later, you'll wake up in the morning and something it's already going to be on your mind, and you will realize even more couple of days later how much this affected you, because you're going to open that information that you're going to become aware of. You're going to open your eyes and something is going to be on your mind, like a pretty much, so you're going to start planning how you're going to do something that you wanted to do for a long time, but you were slowed down. So it's all about this clear direction, and then a couple of days later you wake up in the morning, you open your eyes and it's already on your mind. You realize, oh my God, I can't believe I've just opened my eyes and I'm thinking about that already. So some kind of plan that you're going to be developing, it's going to be on your mind. It's going to be a clear plan indeed, and you are going to choose to move forward with your life. But this is going to require from you to kind of like a really do things in your own way, leave your comfort zone, and you are indeed going to be ready to go. This is also going to bring us so much courage and clarity and mental strength, into your life. But it's also going to give you a very, very interesting idea. And that interesting idea that you're going to have, it's going to require a little bit of a strategy. And at the same time, it's going to require strong communication. But then, over you're going to be thinking about how you want to declare this, how you want to say this. It's about declaration. You will want to you're going to feel so excited about this aspect of your life so much, my gorgeous Terrini, that all is going to be on your mind. It's like, oh my God, your sister is going to be on your mind, your brother is going to be on your mind, your best friend is going to be on your mind, your parents or someone, people in your life, certain specific people who mean to you so much are going to be on your mind. Like, oh, I want to say this to them. You're going to feel so excited about something. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what you should be following. This is what you should be doing at this stage in your life, because it's all about that interesting idea that you're also going to have, and this interesting idea, it's like that new idea, like interesting idea that you're going to have. So first of all, you're going to develop a plan, but then again, you're going to have this interesting idea. This interesting idea that you're going to have, it's going to be consistent. I will tell you what this is, okay? So this interesting idea that you're going to have, it's going to be consisting of you like kind of taking things that you've learned into consideration over the last 2 or 3 years. There are lots of things that you've learned and you will take into consideration over the last 2 or 3 years, but at the same time, this interesting idea is going to require from you to kind of like learn something, it's gonna, some kind of knowledge is missing when it comes to that interesting idea. So it means that you're going to need to kind of learn more about the specific subject or a specific career. You're going to need to learn more. You're going to need to read more, because a little bit more preparation it's going to be required from you. So it's to do with a new learning, but then at the same time, the more you think about it, the brighter you're going to feel, and the more curious you are going to feel. And then at the same time, you are going to hear like some kind of a latest news or something. You're going to hear some kind of latest news, something on the outside, and this is only going to confirm to you that the importance of this, and it's only going to confirm even more what an opportunity, what an amazing opportunity you actually have. So some kind of news from the outside are gonna confirm to you, oh my God, you know what, this is like a very, very kind of amazing opportunity type of thing for you, and at the same time is going to bring you like a really amazing accomplishment into your life. It's going to change your life in such a way, not only that this is going to bring so many new directions, but it's also going to change your life in a way where you didn't realize how, for 2 or 3 years you haven't like kind of as free spirit as you should have been. But it doesn't matter, it's never too late, which means that you got stuck doing certain things that were making you really kind of maybe a little bit unhappy. But then it's all about you realizing this and realizing so many opportunities now that you should be following, so many bright prospects, and now that in itself, it's also going to be one of the wisest decisions that you will make in your entire life. That's all I can say, my gorgeous Taurinis. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, some kind of position of power, yeah, right, some kind of person of power, it's going to make such a big role here. It's like, oh my Lord, like a big mama. I'm talking about a big mama here, some kind of position like in such a power, somebody very kind of strong. I'm talking about a strong individual, somebody who's very powerful, somebody who's very successful, somebody who's like responsible for so many different things. And that person is also connected to number 4. Number 4 is very strongly connected to that person, whether that person is like maybe born in April or on the 4th day, or that person is going to come across on the 4th day, or that person is going to come across like when you're going to see these numbers repeating like 444, or the combination of these numbers. It really depends how this number is going to be attached to this person. Maybe you're going to be talking to that person at 4 p.m. or something, or 2 past 4, do you know what I mean? But number 4 is going to be very strongly connected to that person. And also, when it comes to like the power of synchronicity, before that happens, just if you do notice like 444, oh my God, if you do notice like a 444, any kind of combination like that, you just need to know that it's going to be just behind the corner when that person of power, it's going to be playing such an important role here, some kind of leader, a person of power, somebody very responsible, somebody who's like kind of like maintains certain order, somebody who makes rules, and somebody who is like very strong in so many different ways. That person is going to play an important role when it comes to the midweek, because it's going to challenge you, and this person is going to do something, and they're going to say something, and you kind of not going to like it, and you're going to find this as a challenge, and you just have to, for the love of God, you need to put your foot down. You need to put your point across. The reason why I say this, you're going to be dealing with somebody very strong, somebody, it doesn't have to be necessarily horrible person or evil person, no baby, no. But when somebody's built in such a way, in such a spiritual way, when they're so strong, like a mature position of power, some kind of leader, someone who makes rules, somebody who's really powerful and successful, somebody who laid like a very solid foundation to their life like a long time ago, then they are projecting this very powerful energy on other people, and this energy can kind of manipulate you, and this doesn't have to be done necessarily like knowingly, do you know what I mean, from that person, no baby, no. It is just the energy and vibration that they're projecting. So something about them, you're gonna feel it's like, oh my God, it's so strong, it's so powerful, it's like, oh my God, I would need like years to get to this place, where that person is. But you must not let that put you off, because each person is unique, and each person has unique experiences in life. It doesn't matter how old we are, it doesn't matter how experienced we are all having unique experiences. If someone is 15 years old, how do you know that the person who is 15 years old didn't have like more experience than somebody who is like maybe 30 years old? The person who was 15 years old could have been through so much in their life, like a very difficult and hard life, and somebody who was 30 just had everything like kind of served to them, for example. So it just all really depends on the experience in life, how we go through them, how we see them, how we view them, and most importantly, what we learn out of them, you see. So this is something that I need you to remember here. So when you come across this person of power, that person is going to challenge you, and when you feel challenged by that person, you need to put your foot down. You need to put your point across. This is what I need you to understand. Don't let their vibration and their energy take the better of you. So don't let them to intimidate you. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm not saying to fight, to argue or whatever, like nothing like that. No, baby, no. But I'm just saying to put your foot, to stay true to yourself. And the only way to stay true to yourself is to put your foot down. You need to be direct. You need to say what you feel. You need to put your point across, and don't hold anything back. You need to put your point across. This is very, very important, because I know that you're going to find this so like challenging, like, oh my God, no. I know you're going to find this so challenging, but then again, you have to defend and protect your position. You have to stand your ground no matter what. This is what you need to understand, because by you standing your ground, my gorgeous Torini, look at this. You will do the right thing, but at the same time, by you standing your ground, you're also going to realize what part of your life you're being stuck. Okay, and this in itself, it's really important when it comes to you contemplating yourself, and when you realize that, you know, there is a very negative and healthy attachment that you are going to be able to move on from. And when you become aware of this negative and very, very dark and very unhealthy attachment, I'm talking about the part of your life that was causing you like to not to be yourself, that was causing you to not to be a free spirit, that was causing you to kind of like have your hands tied at the back. Do you know what I mean? So it's all about you realizing exactly what you need to do, but at the same time, you are going to find yourself on a very kind of like a powerful spiritual quest here. It's just going to help you to move on with life, but it's also going to make you aware of the bad ideas and the old ideas. Now suddenly you're going to become, when it comes to that contemplation that I mentioned as well, you're going to become aware of the like kind of old and bad ideas, and suddenly you're going to feel so strongly like, oh, okay, so these ideas are really good, these ideas are really bad, but it's almost something that was making you, also part of that will be something that was making you feel so excited almost like about 7 days ago, or maybe like a 14 or 15 days ago, a couple of weeks ago. Do you know what I mean? Now suddenly it's going to lead towards this contemplation, and this is like a really beautiful blessing and a spiritual gift that you're going to have, because that contemplation, really big thing about that contemplation, it's also about you realizing suddenly, just out of the blue, okay, these ideas are good, these ideas are bad, you know, but especially like no, especially realizing like bad and old ideas, old and bad ideas are going to become absolutely obvious, and you're going to surprise yourself how you feel so strongly like to let them go. And this is important, because these old and bad ideas slowly but surely became a very negative and dark attachment that you really need to move on from. So naturally you are going to find yourself on a spiritual quest here, on a transition, on such a powerful transition journey, where you will most certainly, most importantly, want more out of life. Now suddenly you will realize there's so many aspects that you are becoming bored of, and now you're going to also realize that you've got absolutely everything you need to do something about it. And most of all, you're going to realize that you are the only one who can actually do something about it. Not that you didn't know this, but now suddenly, you know, all these feelings and emotions are just going to contribute towards you having more confidence to carry on, and you're going to realize something so special about yourself as well. The little wise decision that you've made, like within the last couple of months, you made such a wise decision, and it happened completely out of the blue, but you felt so strongly about making that decision, so that you are also going to realize that you made the right decision as well. And this is going to contribute towards all this, my gorgeous Taurinis. Indeed, by the time you get to the last part of this week, it's like also going to be a message, information that someone is going to surprise you, somebody really beautiful, somebody really important to you, whether this is going to be a family member, whether this is going to be like a really great friend who you haven't seen, somebody who means to you so much. It's really going to surprise you, and that surprise that you're going to have and feel, it's going to come from the fact that you're going to become aware of that, you know, it's about reconnecting. That person is about to come and see you, and you're going to like this so much. And also when it comes to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Taurinis, you know, you are going to have a really kind of like very interesting. Something is going to be on your mind like persistently, and you will know that this is to do with like a psychic and very, very intuitive message. Something is going to be on your mind so much. And what is going to be on your mind so much, it's at the same time, you know, it's gonna make you feel really kind of playful, and it's gonna make you feel really creative, and it's almost gonna make you feel like really artistic as well at the same time. But that in itself, it's gonna make you realize exactly what you need to do in order to kind of work on the certain responsibilities, and how to keep everything in balance, okay? How to be flexible and adaptable at the same time. So this psychic and intuitive message that you are going to have completely out of the blue at the end of the week, it's going to make you aware of how to juggle responsibilities, but at the same time how to keep all in balance and be flexible and adaptable at the same time. I really like it because, you know, by the end of this week, it's just like really little situation here. It's going to surprise you here. Really surprising situation. Like, but you know, it's like you are going to be facing like the part of your life, something that you started working on, something that you started doing, like maybe within the last month or so. And you will, first of all, you were like, okay, I'm going to go for it. And then I'm going to go for it. And then I'm going to not, I'm going to go for it, and then I'm not, and then I'm going to go for it, and then I'm going to not, and I'm not going to go for it. And now this is going to be on your mind again. And now suddenly you are going to become aware of, like, you know, what you're going to become aware of, like, you're going to be looking at somebody else and somebody else's situation. And through you looking at somebody else and somebody else's situation, you're going to become aware of your progress, what you took for granted. It's about a steady progress, my gorgeous Taurini. So you have to stick to this plan no matter what. It's about a steady progress, one step at a time. So you're going to be looking at someone else on the outside, or someone who you know, who is like going through maybe similar situation, and something is going to inspire you about them so much. And even more importantly, through them, you're going to have this specific information where you're going to realize it's about a steady progress. So it's to do with the part of your life that you started like about within the last month, but you were like, oh my gosh, shall I do it, shall I not, shall I do it, shall I not? You just need to give as much energy to it as possible, because this is going to bring so much into your life. Okay, my gorgeous Taurini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. I love you. Bye.